Somebody on Facebook said these were ugly. If you're watching this, I think they're cool. What's going on, everybody? Today is going to be another short video. I'm not going to really go into depth on how to do a lot of this. Just going to be showcasing an idea and letting the community run with it because I think that's what's best for innovation. So this is a crazy cart. They don't come with brakes. So how do you add brakes? You need a threaded hub or two sprocket sides of the hub. So let's go over here and I'll show you what that looks like. So for example, here's one way to do it. You get two sprocket hubs and screw them together. Sometimes you'll need to bore the holes out to get them to match. But once you do, you just thread them together, and then you can put an e-scooter brake rotor on this side. It's a three sprocket design, or a three lug design, just like the sprocket. Or you can go with a threaded hub like this. I'll link the threaded hub in the description below, and then you can thread a bicycle brake adapter onto it. The next challenge you run into is how do you mount a bracket for the caliper. And so the easiest way to do that is to cut it out of a piece of metal and mount it through the axle hole. For extra security, you can bend a piece of the metal to wrap around the fork here, so that locks it in place. And if you want even more security, you can flip your motor and wheel around, so that way you're using this side of the fork with the chain guard mount for the brake rather than the sprocket. And so you put an extra hole in there and you bend the metal at a little bit of a triangle, and that goes right there, but it's kind of hard to see. So, it goes right there and it lines up with the hole. And now you have an additional screw hole for security, as well as bent 90-degree metal. And this works great. You got your brake handle over here. It's routed on the side of the cart, and it comes to right here. It's kind of hard to spin it now because I have the motor attached, so there's a little bit of drag on it. But it totally works. This is just the base idea. There's people selling kits out there, pre-assembled, so you don't have to do any of the modifications. The other tricky part is if you do the brake the way I did it with the threaded hub, and you're using a 120 millimeter rotor, you see this here, this star pattern? You're gonna have to carve that out because it doesn't fit around the hub. Yeah, you'll have to probably grind these out a little bit to get it to fit down there. And that's how you do brakes on the crazy cart. Somebody on Facebook said these were ugly. If you're watching this, I think they're cool.